Good evening. I'm on my way home right now from a music open mic. I was actually going to go home and make this episode on my computer, but I don't know, sometimes I like to walk when I talk. I like to have a conversation with myself. But I went to this open mic jam at the library, and I tell you, I had the most fun at this open mic than I've had in a long time at any open mic. And the reason, well, first of all, it was in a library, so there's no temptation of alcohol. Anybody who's done music or comedy open mics, they all know that most of them, once in a while if you're lucky, it's in a coffee house, but usually they're in bars. And people like me, there's a temptation to drink. But it wasn't just that. When you perform in a bar, or especially in a club, there's politics, there's inclusion, and there's exclusion. And in this particular open mic, everybody just jammed. Like, you didn't take turns going up. There was no MC who was like fluffing and trying to be funny and talking in a microphone. They just put up on the PowerPoint, on the screen, the song, and you just jammed in, you just chimed in, and even if you got a few wrong notes, it was okay. Because I was going to a few other open mics. One of them is pretty cool. They're pretty laid back. I'm too lazy to walk there. I'm too lazy to carry my speaker there. Then there's another music open mic. I used to go to a bar, and it's just too much pressure. Everybody's on a time clock. They're trying to squeeze in so many musicians that you have to get up and get your shit together. They keep it tight. But the worst music open mic that I used to attend was in a club. Because for some reason, when people go into clubs, they feel that they have to act bougie. They feel like they have to act stuck up and snobbish. Whenever I used to go there, it was always me walking up and saying hello to people. If I just sat there, no one would come up and say hello to me. And the MCs who ran this open mic, their egos are inflated. They're both musicians who are not big names. They never really made it big. All right, they've done some, cover. They opened up with some famous musicians. They're paid musicians, I'm not going to lie. But they act like jerks. They like to hear themselves talk. And they have their favorites. And they blow me off. And they're not nice people. You could be in the entertainment business and you could treat people like humans and not, cliquism and favoritisms and phoniness and all that. But that's what I liked about this library open mic. There was none of that BS. I had a great time. So I like to share the good things that happen in life. You guys see me come on and complain and bitch about this, and I will. I'll be back again to bitch about things again. But I like to share the good things too. So thank you very much. If I can kick myself in the ass, I'm planning to go out tonight and make a few more videos. You'll see. Either I'll post or I won't post. And that's all. Last word.